for employee. There must be a robust relationship management in workplace between the employer and the employee. And the role of an the HR manager is key and strategic in the overall objective of the organization. Therefore, the HR manager role is strategically aligning the HR policies, the HR activities with the goal and objective of the organization to drive profitability, to drive results and performance. And so those are the items we are going to be looking at one after the other. First, let's talk about recruitment. Recruitment, in the actual sense of it, is the act of getting the right talent to do the right job. How do you get the right talent? Maybe I should ask again, what does it mean, getting the right talent? We have thousands of graduates, we have thousands of applicants. What does it mean to get the right talent or the right employee for the right job? Can somebody share this? Speaking on recruitment. Do you have anyone?
All right, sir. Let me just share my thoughts. Yeah.
All right.
I think recruitment, getting the right talent has to do with ensuring putting a square peg in a square hole. In other words, getting that person that has all the requirements that align with the organizational goal. The person that has the requirements that align with the aims and objective of the organization in order to achieve the desired result.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Biola. That is another beautiful. Now, to properly make that sit well, the first thing to getting the right, the recruitment process is to determine the competencies required for every role and function by which we are recruiting for. Every organization must determine the competencies. And that is why today, when you see an organization advertising, they will also put in the advertisement or include in the advertisement the expected capacity and competencies that such applicants should have, or everyone who will be applying you have. And that is why at the end of every advert properly crafted, you will see only suitably qualified people should apply. What that means is that somebody may qualify but not suitable. Somebody will qualify but not suitable. It is possible to also be suitable but not qualified. And maybe if time permits us, I will share a little light on that, the suitability and the qualification of a candidate for a job. But however, still talking about recruitment, whenever you talk about recruitment, you are talking about getting the right, I like the word of Mr. Biola, getting the right peg the round peg in a round hole and a square peg in a square hole. In doing that, you must match the competencies required with the individual or group of applicants that matches the supply of that competencies. And by so doing, you'll be hiring the right person to do the right job. And what that simplifies is when you get the right person to do the right job, you simply reduce the labor of struggling with performance. Then that takes us to placement. There is every tendency that organizations or HR managers make mistakes of placing applicant or employee in the wrong position. And that is why placement is also a critical part and critical function of human resource managers. You must be able to know the right place for the right talent. The moment you miss that out, you could get the first-class person functioning in the wrong role. And by so doing, you are already jeopardizing the goal and objective of that organization. And so we must be mindful of this whenever we do, we carry out recruitment activity. Placement is key, and placement is critical to the success of or performance of any employee. And that is why every HR manager must be strategic in the approach of placing the right talent, doing the right job at the right time, even in the right location. All of this put together determine the suitability and qualification of an applicant. Now, please mute your mic if you are not talking. Kindly mute your mic. All right.
Okay, ma.
So please mute your mic if you are not the one talking. All right. So you must ensure that you attract the right talent and come up with strategic training. Strategic training is part of the activity of human resource managers in order to retain your workforce. You train them, and the training is to align them with the expectation, with the goal and objective of the organization. Training, upskilling, reskilling, retooling your workforce go a long way in determining their performances and productivity. There is of no use to engage employee or workforce that are not productive. And one of the strategic way organizations today ensure that their workforce are productive is through training and development. Training and development, exposing every applicant and workforce to training, strategic training and development activities, which is also a core aspect of the HR managers in any organization. You must be able to know the knowledge gap. You understand the knowledge gap. You don't just deploy training. You must be able to align training with training need. There are training need evaluation that must be carried out from time to time that will determine the direction and the focus, the training that every employee needs to perform better in the workspace. And so for recruitment or for placement, the next strategic role the activity to do is training and development. And during the training, a number of things are made known. The goal, the mission, the objective, the direction of the organization is made known. And every workforce at that point must align with the goals set by the organization. And this is achieved through strategic training and development. Having evaluate the knowledge gap. You must understand the knowledge gap before the deployment of training. Innovation is critical to ensure that your workforce align, to ensure that your workforce is in tune with the trend in the business environment, the business ecosystem. There must be adequate and correct When I mean the two must go together, adequate and correct training must go hand in hand. The right training deployed to the right person and monitored vis-a-vis the performance and outcome that is expected at the end of the training. So to get the right training, there must be knowledge gap, training need evaluation, and all of this must be carried out before deployment of training. So you don't deploy training, just because you feel other organizations are training and let us train. You train by demand, you train by need of every organization. And that comes to take us to performance management. Every organization must calibrate expectation. Every organization must determine what is expected of every organization or every employee within the system, from the gate man to the desk officers, to the clerk, to production, to managers, to head of department. Every organization is expected to determine the measure and metrics of performance. The measure and metrics of performance is critical. You don't employ people without measuring their performance. You don't deploy employee without calibrating expectations and well communicated and monitored periodically. And this is cascaded to the overall expectation, distributed. The expectation is made known all across board. So every employee or workforce within the system already know. In performance management, I expected to know the expectation and contribution to the goal and objective of the organization. They expect to know the goal and expectation, the goal and objective of the organization. For example, in performance management, the gate man, the manager, the from the top to the lowest must understand the value, their contribution to the overall objective of the organization. And this you can't take away in performance management. You must ensure that this is done and measure periodically. And that is when you can know the rate of productivity within the system. That is also very key. That also takes us to compensation and benefit. You cannot hire an employee and expect performance without adequate compensation. It is expected that when you communicate adequate, when you deploy correct compensation, it is expected that you also get a corresponding performance. Reward system is key to the overall achievement of the goal and objective of every organization. And this must be well communicated to the workforce. Your compensation style, your compensation level and benefit of all your workforce must be well communicated. Your reward system, let every employee understand what they should expect at the end of the day, just like you have also communicate to them the performance expectation from them. So also you must also communicate adequately from time to time the compensation expected at the end of every period. And this is also very key. You must also ensure robust relationship, employee-employer relationship, including union. If it's a unionized environment, you must be able to also know how to manage them. You must be able to know the management styles and strategy to keep your workforce at work through robust employee-employer relationship. And this, you must come up with a clear-cut goals on managing workplace issues and policies. A clear-cut goals, well communicated, and that is why in most cases you see organizations coming up with handbook where everything is spelled out. The relationship is spelled out. Expectations are spelled out. And all of these are the bit to maintain relationship without, because in every establishment, ignorance is not an excuse, and this must be well communicated. You must also be able to communicate the growth part within every system. Let every employee know expectations to get to the next role, or get to the next position, or get to the next. Don't make it an open-ended system of work where nobody understands the growth part. If I'm joining an organization today, I'm interested. What is my fate in the next 5 years? What is my fate in the next 7, 6, 10 years? What do I become? And in that way, you can also plan your life. You can also put in your best. And also, promotion of a robust work culture, organizational culture, will also engender commitment from the workforce, because there's a growth path that is well communicated, and ensure that that is well known and without ambiguity within a work system. It is also very important to note tonight that for HR managers, the HR manager is also to ensure that the organization comply with every labor rules and law, legislations. Every country, we have the international labor law that bind nations that have treaties in this labor law. And so we also have domesticated regulations in every country of the world. And it is the role of the HR managers to ensure that the organization comply without any tendency to violate any of them, because this will again lead to litigation. This will lead to unnecessary litigation. So HR managers must ensure that their organizations comply with every labor laws and rules that exist in each country. And also, in addition, obey the international labor laws where it applies, particularly countries that sign into treaties with the ILOs. So this is also very key in human resource management. You must ensure that your workforce, your organization, the corporate organization comply. I must also say this very quickly, that the time has passed that HR managers are no longer don't have says, or don't have a say in the boardroom. Every HR manager that knows what he or she is doing will not be ignored at the boardroom. Boardroom where critical issues are determined, where policies are carved out, boardroom where strategic decisions are taken. It is very important that the HR managers must have what it takes to do robust contribution at the boardroom as regards productivity, employment policy, local and international laws, obligations of organizations, adequate compensation and benefit. You must be able to know. And of course, training and development. And it is also important that HR managers must understand return on investment. HR managers' deep level understanding in the operational, day-to-day operation of the business will also go a long way in creating a space for them in the boardroom. So this is no longer the time where HR managers are ignored at the boardroom. You must ensure that your role is critically noticed and inclusive at the boardroom. Very, very important and very, very critical to what you do. And that is also very important to note. Before I will take a few questions, I would like to also let us know that for HR managers to be effective, the HR manager is expected to have core knowledge of the organization productivity process or production process, operational processes. It is no longer in vogue for HR managers to stay off production, to stay without knowledge of the road paths to success within every system. And that is why in a common, in the HR community that I belong, they will say HR manager is a doctor, HR manager as an engineer, HR manager as a customer service expert, HR manager must understand the figures as an accountant, HR managers must understand the process, production processes. When you have a bit of all of these, it will guide you in your selection processes, in your placement processes, in determining knowledge gap and competencies needed as you also work with various departmental units of the organization. You must have basic knowledge of what goes on in the organization. And that is when you will have a chair at the boardroom. HR managers that must keep a chair at the boardroom are HR managers that will have basic knowledge on the processes, return on investment, key figures, know when the business is making profit or not, understand training need, understand all the processes of hiring and determining contribution of every employee to the overall success and goal of the organization. And these are very key. These are very key and above all, are strategically concerned. The act of retention, strategies for retaining the best talent is key to the role or in the roles of HR managers. You must be able to keep the best talent within the organization, within the system. And how do you keep them? Compensation, training and development, robust reward system. All of this put together has critical role to play in retaining your best talent and ensure that conflicts are managed at the nip of time before escalating. Union issues are managed strategically to ensure that there are great reduction in legal issues, legal tussles, or court cases within the system. Crises and conflict must be well managed, and these are very critical to the role of HR managers within an organization. And these are many more, but maybe because of time, let me allow questions to come so that we can look at it from different perspectives within an organization. So in a nutshell, you must get, as HR managers, get the right talent, retain the right talent through strategic placement, training and development, strategic reward system, maintaining rules and regulations, adhering to compliance and policies of government of respective countries and states where such business exists, and strategic involvement in the production and operational processes of the business. Every HR manager must understand the figures, how it adds up, and understand everything that needs to be put at the table of the man at the helm of affairs, the MD, the chairman, the stakeholders. They want to rely on policy formulations, which is driven by the HR department, to ensure that the overall objective of the organization is properly aligned with those policies that result in productivity and achievement of the goal and objective of every organization. So maybe I will pause here and allow questions come in. Then we can also address some of these issues from there. So let's take a few questions so that we could beat the time.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. I will allow those questions now. Please, we have a few minutes to go, so just make your questions precise and straightforward to your questions so that we don't waste much time. Thank you. So we have Mr. Leveno. I think you can unmute yourself and ask your question. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Levenius. You raised your hand and ask your question, please.
Yeah, Lenovo, ask your question.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure he's with us, or maybe he cannot hear us. Any other persons, if you have your question, please, you can ask.
Okay, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation, Mr. Emmanuel. My question is, what role do human resource managers play in the retirement of workers? I think you couldn't emphasize that one very much. So if there can be a little bit of emphasis about that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sometimes I deliberately want to leave some of this before I put a roundup on it. Thank you for taking us to that route of retirement. In Japan, and a few other countries, organizations ensure that the roadmap to retirement is spelled out from day one at the workplace. And this is also key and strategic to the role of HR managers. What does that mean? When you join an organization from day one, the road paths from day one to your retirement is spelled out. It will be made known to you. These and these are what you are open to. And so, to answer your question very straightforward, it is the role of HR managers to ensure that the future of every employee is secure via compliance with pension, contributory, and rules guiding retirement, particularly where it has to do with pre-retirement activities, vis-a-vis adequate compensation and reward system as it affects pension, contributory pension, gratuity, and all of this must be well calculated. And so it is expected, particularly in countries where things are working and in private and public sector, that you expose your workforce to life through strategic training, to life after work or to life after retirement. There is no point. There is no point. Thank you, Mr. Ernest. There is no point hiding the fact that every workforce must at some point retire and opt out of the business. And in ensuring a smooth and seamless exit after a number of years within the system, the organization through its HR department must adequately communicate retirement, expectations, age, years of work, and expectation upon retirement. For example, in Japan, once you take up unemployment, the organization take care of take care of your housing, take care of your some education contribution, take care of some social welfare, and some things that some people still, some workforce or employees still battle with in some other countries are taken care of. And these are driven in where those systems are working by the HR department. Adequate, constant communication and presentation of all of these expectations. So it is the role of the HR to ensure that training are carried out. We call it pre-retirement training, while the workforce are still going on. Life after retirement, the do's and don'ts upon retirement. It is the work of the HR department to coordinate all of these appropriately to all the workforce, particularly in public and private sector. And that is part of the overall goal and objective of every organization that want to maintain, sustain, right talent, and keep the brand in the space of doing well organizations. Thank you. If I don't know if I've answered that question.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I think you have. I have a question, a follow-up question. I think when you talk about hiring, you didn't add firing. What's the responsibility of the HR as in firing employee?
Okay.
You talk about recruitment.
Yes. Yes, I remember I also mentioned that. I remember I also mentioned that as part of the rule. At some point, there are occasions that the critical decision must be taken when the need arises. And of course, it's already a known fact that the HR plays strategic role and significant important roles in the hiring the right talent. So also the HR is included, is involved, directly involved in the disengagement of workforce when it becomes necessary. And how it is done? There's what we call exit interview. There are processes. There are processes of exit. There are exit by voluntary. There are exits by compulsion as a result of violation, offenses, and what have you. There are different ways. Thank you, Mr. Dandy. There are different ways by which employee or workforce can exit an organization, either by voluntary, by retirement, or by at the instance of the organization. And all of these are monitored and supervised by the HR department. For example, it is expected that when any employee is going out of every organization, there should be exit interview. If you are firing, there should be exit interview. There must be adequate communication. Don't let any employee leave your organization without properly communicating why and reasons for exit. If it's at the instance of the organization, then if it's at the instance of the workforce, by way of resigning or retirement, it's also very strategic to engage such employee to have some useful information. Number one, at that point, the employee will give you the true picture of his or her mind concerning the organization. What you are doing right, what you are doing wrongly, an area of advice. In fact, it's going to be a free consultation that the, thank you, yes, Mr. Enes, exit management and processes is key. You know, it is very key to every employee that is leaving an organization. So hiring and firing is still within the purview of the organization that must be done properly Thank you. And there's a role called succession planning. This is the process by which the replacement of every employee upon exit is carried out systematically in such a way that the exit of any employee does not put the workplace or the organization at standstill. That the exit of an employee does not stop production processes, does not stop operation, does not in any way have adverse effect on any organization. Must be taken care of in your succession planning. You must ensure that your workforce, as the exit become imminent, you must ensure replacement done timely, accurately, appropriately, and within the required time for knowledge transfer. For example, if your manager is leaving, a manager of 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, you must not wait until the man is going next week before you hire the right person to understudy the person that is going. And so all of these are very critical to what we do. Thank you. I think there's another question here. My question, Mr. Mustafa is asking if HR policy to withhold employees leave allowance on the employment birthday. Let me get this question right. My question is it an HR policy to withhold employees leave allowance on the employment birthday? Well, this is not known to HR. There's no law that there is no law that promote or make it a policy to withhold employees leave allowance on the employment birthday until this question is not very clear, but if I understand what the fellow is saying, in the first place, we must establish tonight that no HR has the right to withhold employees leave allowance. Leave allowance is prepaid before commencement of leave, and leave allowance is a percentage. It's a percentage of emolument that an employee is entitled to. Most cases, 12.5% of the annual income or annual salary is calculated, depending. This varies from organization to organization. There are different, this is not cast on stone, but no HR has the right to withhold employees leave allowance, except there are several, other reasons that may have to do with disciplinary issues. Outside this, every employee is expected to get his allowance before proceeding on leave. And that is very important. Some organizations don't pay leave allowance, like some banks. Is it right? Yeah, bank, in their way and the mode of operation in the bank, sometimes when they are paying you, they tell you, that is why most bankers, when they leave the bank, they don't get anything from anywhere, because they pay them humongous allowance, salary, and claim that everything is inclusive. And so, of course, if you ask me, that is not good enough for the banking sector. But I want to believe there are other banks. Some of these policies varies from banks to banks. So when banks disengage you, for example, it's expected that you have in your work life, you have earned all that you are entitled to. So you go home and just go home like that. And that is bank. There's another question here. What is the role of HR in government or public sector, especially in our local government system? The role of HR is clear. It's clear in the Gazette and policy document of every government. Varies from countries to countries. The activities of the head of service is cascaded to the local government level, to state level, and the federal. And the HR and administrative role of the people shadowed with responsibility are also well spelled out, particularly when it comes to federal character, placement, deployment of workforce, recruitment processes, and all of those things. All of these are part of the role of HR, getting the right people for the right job. But in the public sector, a lot of things go on there that suggest some boycott of some HR role sometimes. But where things go the way it should be, the HR are strategic to recruitment, placement, and deployment, even in all of the functions we have mentioned tonight, also takes place in the public sector. Question here also says, Mr. Victor also said, where staff are on voluntary service, how do you motivate them to perform better? Voluntary service means that the organization is not bound to pay you salaries. You have applied to voluntarily serve in that establishment, and it is the prerogative of the organization to also determine what is given to you per time. But where the organization can afford it, of course, they can encourage you, motivate you with stipend, allowances, and also facilities. You can enjoy some of their facilities, maybe transport, if they have staff bus, if they have some few things like this they give to their staff, they could share with you, maybe Christmas bonus, Salah bonus, gifts. In some cases, they could give to voluntary service people, the staff that are on voluntary service. So they could motivate them by giving out some of these gifts once in a while. Development appraisal system, lead management, dispute resolution, discipline. Yes, these are also.
Hello, sir. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to interrupt at this time. I have asked most of the participants to note all of their questions to the facilitating group, as we have another Zoom section to enter. Please, you can round up with this last one now so that we can hold your head. Yes, just round up with this last one.
Okay, thank you so much, Fatima. Thank you. Yeah, so the round up tonight is to also let everyone know that the role of HR is critical to the overall objective of all organizations that will do well or succeed. You cannot ignore, we cannot overemphasize the role and the critical nature of the role of HR managers in every organization across the countries and continent. They play strategic role, the policy formulations, alignment of goals and objective of the organization, HR policies with the overall goal and objective of the organization. They are all critical. And of course, the HR managers and the personnel managers it's just a change of nomenclature. HR managers is a new nomenclature, while the personnel manager is old nomenclature for the HR managers. They both play the same role. They play the same role. It's just change. It's just the difference is just the grammar. No change in their role. Thank you, and God bless for being with us tonight. And I want to believe that we've had, for further questions, please feel free to send in your questions, and we'll be available to answer also after this presentation at different groups and different platforms of LaPlage. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. We are grateful for your time. We appreciate you. And for every participant, we want to say thank you to all of you. Like we have just earlier said, just channel all of your questions to the facilitating group and it will be attended to. God bless you all. We have ended this section. Thank you. The next section, we are going to be entering in the next 3 minutes as we allow others to join too, which is the artificial intelligence section. For those of us who are in that class, you can still stay by. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Emmanuel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wonderful delivery.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
We appreciate you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
for your time.
Emmanuel.
Thank you for your time. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure to have you, Mr. Emmanuel, and thank you for the enlightening talk.
Merci
Thank
beaucoup.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We're grateful, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Please, you can mute your microphone. I will be entering the next section of our Zoom meeting today. And the next section of our Zoom training will be International Executive Diploma in Application of Artificial Intelligence in the workplace. And tonight, our facilitator is Mr. Uzochukwu Henry. Mr. Uzochukwu Henry, please, if you're online right now with us, I will hand over the training section to you now, so you can take over.
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Good evening, sir. I'm sure they've muted their phone. I'm sure they can hear you.
Oh, okay. I will start with introductions. My name is Uzochukwu Henry, and I'll be your facilitator this evening for the ongoing course about artificial intelligence. So if at any point in time you think I'm fast or you've not heard what I said, you can use the chat section to, reach out to me. So I will be paying a very close attention to the chat section to effectively help me carry everyone along. Okay. All right. So let's make use of our time. Just like we all know, this section is about how to use artificial intelligence, okay, in our workplace. All right. So first of all, I will start with what artificial intelligence is. Okay. So it is basically AI in the workplace. And okay, the course title is International Executive Diploma in Application of Artificial Intelligence in the Workplace. Then first of all, what is AI? We've all been hearing about AI for quite a very long time. So what is AI? So I will give a very layman's definition to enable us, understand what this artificial intelligence is all about. So I'll go. Artificial intelligence refers to the ability of machines or computer programs to perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. These tasks include things like learning from experience, like as if you're in a human world, understanding language, recognizing images or voices, making decisions, and solving problems. Okay, so basically what AI is, it is the ability of machines, you understand, or computer programs to perform a task. Tasks, not just any tasks that are required of human beings, but you're just bringing in something to substitute that exact human being. So tasks that include understanding languages, recognizing images or voices, making decisions, solving problems with different ways. Okay, in simple terms, just think of an AI like a smart assistant or your virtual assistant. It learns from data. Please, can that person mute the mic? Please, can the person mute his or mic?
Nguwe oyabe uzikhethele ngoba amandla anikezwa wena ukuthi uzikhethele. Amen. Omunye uhlabeleli wahlabela ngiyothi khethe yakho. Amen. Ngoba indlela zithi. Ungabona wena suthe kulandela nguwe uzikhethela. Uyabe usuqale a step further usiya egehena. Amen. Ngoba kuthiwa umuntu munye lomunye uyazilisela indlela yakhe kuye egehena. Amen.
Please, can the person mute his mic?
abafundisi babangasisayo hayi uzilahlise wedwa
Hello.
ngoba ukukhanya kulethe ngaphambili kwakho
I think it's
wena
Sifeleni
ozithethe ukuthi
Jola.
hayi
Sifeleni
Amen.
Can you
Jabisa.
mute yourself? Please mute yourself.
Amen.
Please, if you know your mic is on, can you just mute yourself? Let me mute.
I
Please,
think
let's
it's
mute everybody
Sifeleni,
and unmute
Sifeleni
ourselves.
Jabisa. Sifeleni Jabisa Moyo. Or maybe the coordinator can do it in general.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that
I think the facilitator can.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, okay, you can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Okay, as I was saying, sorry about that. Even though it's not from my end. As I was saying, I said we should just think of AI like our smart assistant or our own personal assistant because it learns from data. Okay, it's more of like gargling and gargle out. You understand? It's whatever you put into, whatever instructions you give the AI. That's when it can be able to be trained using that data, and it will give you the response. Okay, so now on to the next one. So examples of AIs, right? We have Siri for people that use iPhones and Apple ecosystem. There is Alexa that is owned by Amazon, and there's Google Assistant that is owned by Google. Okay, all these are on our mobile phones, irrespective of if you're using an iPhone or an Android, right? Then also there are chatbots on websites also that answer customers' questions instantly. There are some times you go to a website and they'll be like, okay, have any inquiry, chat us. You understand? Initially, before AI, it's humans doing all those work, but right now you can build a chatbot. You understand? Feed it information, feed it data, especially most of the frequently asked questions that your customers are likely to ask. You understand? So that way you're now cutting expenses of hiring someone to be there 247 monitoring the chat, and you're not replacing the person with an AI. That's why we say that you can take an AI as your smart assistant or your own assistant. All right. Then now let's go into the root of when did AI began. Okay, I know that we've all been hearing AI. Most people think that AI just barely in existence, like 5-10 years ago or something like that. No, AI was first used in 1956 by John McCarthy. Right. So this happened in Dartmouth conference in the USA. That was when the first AI was actually used. Okay. So now, at first, when AI was built, it was not built to literally, it wasn't built as smart as it is currently. You understand? It was just built to help computer engineers and to researchers. Let's say, for example, if you're a doctor and you're working on a particular project, trying to formulate a particular project. The kind of AI that was in existence then is AI that you tell, okay, I've added this plus this. What could be the possible outcome? You understand? It's just more of like you giving the AI to do, simple mathematics for you. But up until now, AI has evolved to be very, very smart to the extent that it is even smarter than we humans to, some point. Okay. So that's why it's being said that AI has evolved with computer power and data. Then the truth is, I think one thing that usually rings in our head is, okay, how is it that, okay, all this AI gets information and stuff like that? The truth is that those information, whatever information you're getting from any AI, is me and you that's putting those informations, right? Let me give a short example. Okay, before even artificial intelligence came into play, if you have any public information about you, I mean, public, for example, you're on Facebook, and your name is John Doe, right? You're on Instagram, your name is John Doe, and you're on Twitter, your name is John Doe. So to tweet and search John Doe, you will see that there's a possible outcome that your name, according depending on the ranking, the name will be among maybe it could be in Google's first page or second page. Have you ever asked yourself how did you come out there? I've never for once tried to putting my details in the World Wide Web and expect it to come out when someone makes a search on that or that. That's simply because of both your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, LinkedIn. Every social network is connected to the World Wide Web, right? And you going to the search engine to search for your name or search for anything in particular means you're telling the World Wide Web to collect the data concerning that particular thing you're searching and give you the result. So what it does is that I know most times it takes seconds, yes, it takes seconds to do all this and show it to you. What it does is that the moment you put in those keywords that you use, automatically searching the whole World Wide Web for any information concerning concerning the instructions you've given to it, or maybe whatever material you're looking for, right? So if you think it's a joke, you can just search your name, right? Go to open your Chrome, search your name. Let's say, for example, your name is John Doe. Just search John Doe. You see that it brings up either your Instagram handle or sorry, not WhatsApp. It could bring up your Instagram handle or your Facebook or any information. It could be an article blog that has been written about you maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So that's how you see information started, right? So that takes us back to, if you could remember, there was a time where a library, when we're still doing manual library, that libraries have not even moved online, right? So you now see when computers started becoming popular, so people now started putting information online, because information is online. You don't just go and lose it. It's hard for you to say, okay, whatever that's out there in the wide world web just vanishes. No, a library might actually, catch fire, or maybe wherever you store your documents, it might be eaten by rats or cockroach. But whatever information that is being stored in the World Wide Web, it's still on the cloud. Unless you yourself you erase it totally, or you look for a way to erase it totally from the World Wide Web. All right. So that's it. So I think that should clear the confusion about how informations appear on the World Wide Web. Okay. And yeah, okay, yeah. I'll get to a point where I'll share my screen. We'll have a practical section of this class. Okay. So now, why AI matters a lot. Benefits of AI at work. Okay. Or should I say in general? But I'll be emphasizing more at work. Now, saves time and automates repetitive tasks. Okay. AI right now, even if you're working as an assistant to your boss, or maybe an assistant to your manager, if it's before, you find out that maybe it might take you half a day to draft an email, okay, concerning maybe a project that you guys are partnering with someone, and make it very, very professional. It takes you time. Most times it might even take you it might even go to the extent of you trying to need help of maybe a sibling that you call on from. Please check your WhatsApp, I sent you something, help me check for corrections and all that. But currently now with AI, with just a single prompt, you can easily write emails. Just using that as an example. Okay, so but in general, it saves time and it helps you automate your task that you don't even need to repeat it, right? Me myself, there's a tool I use, it's called Trello. Okay, it helps me not to repeat my tasks. So what I do is that with Trello, I list out all my tasks for the day, right? Doing, to do, doing, and done. Okay, so it's also an AI tool. AI does not really mean that it's a machine or maybe a prototype that you give instructions and it replies back to you. No, your phone is also an AI, right? Because you give them instructions. When you set an alarm with your phone, it's an instruction that you're giving the alarm inside your phone. Okay, I need you to wake me up by 7:30 p.m. I need you to wake me up by 8. I need you to wake me up by 9. You can set a reminder, understand? You can set a reminder on your Google Calendar every year, which reminds you of maybe probably your wife's birthday a day, to if you're someone that is very, very busy, or maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or maybe your family, your dad, your mom, you understand? Or you can set a reminder yearly, daily, weekly. Okay, all those things are done. They are artificial intelligence. Remember from our definitions, AI means instructions given to machines. You understand? They are instructions that are given to machines that help you, for the ease of your own work. Okay. Then another reason why AI matters at work is it boosts productivity. It helps you focus on important tasks. All right. So with artificial intelligence, you will see that your productivity game ranks higher. It ranks higher. And you won't even have the luxury of saying, okay, I'm repeating this work twice, which might actually, making you, have a waste of time at work, right? Because you can easily automate it. It depends on if you have the right tools you're working with, and if already you know what you need to work on. Okay, that's why you see most times there are subscription-based platforms that automate emails, right? Automate emails. Let's say, for example, you're subscribing to a particular channel, or maybe a particular fee that charges you every 30th of every month, or maybe you find out that as at when you subscribe, it's on the 12th, and maybe your neighbor is subscribing and it's on the 30th. So you find out that it charges you on the 12th and it charges your neighbor on the 30th. And before it charges you, it sends you a reminder. Hello, so remember your subscription is going to expire, so they, continue paying or something like that. We all see all those things. They are not magic. All right. That's machine languages and AIs working with you. But indirectly, somehow we don't even know. Okay. Then another reason why it matters at work is it helps you in reducing errors. Okay. If you find out now, literally everybody can easily automate what they are doing right now. So it helps in reducing errors, especially when it comes to writing. Writers in the house can bear me witness that most times, even most of the AIs we use, you understand, most of their English might not actually even be correct, or most of them are correct, right? But due to question marks and hyphens wherever they are, if we are using Word document, it takes them as error, right? But we also have machines or tools that we can also use to checkmate them and check our corrections effectively. I don't think you can hardly see someone writing in English now, or maybe trying to write a sentence and it has an error in it. Me in particular, most times I draft out things with my head and I quickly take it to my AI tool, right? I use ChatGPT, Gemini, and all that. Quickly take it and I'll just ask it, is this English correct? So it will tell you if it's correct or not. Even if it's not correct, it will tell you this is this and this is not correct. But from at this point, do not ask you, can I rewrite for you, or should I rewrite for you, or should I help you make it much, much comprehensive and professional? You tell you yes, to give you a well-written article that you can use to work. Okay, so the next one is it improves decision making. At first, I would like to let us know that AI, before it gives you whatever information it is, it first of all analyzes data, and it analyzes it much, much faster than you, because it's running on different databases, it's running on different, languages and all that. Okay. So it's whatever answer it gives you at that moment is what it feels, or it is a little bit certain that it is the best at that particular time, right? So it's until maybe you ask, or maybe until you tell the machine, are you sure this answer is correct? It will not tell you at the best of me. You see, most times it will tell you at the best of my knowledge, I think it's correct, but let me do let me recheck. Understand? So it rechecks. If it's correct, it will tell you yes, it's correct. But if there's an error at any point in time, it will tell you, okay, I've corrected this line and this. Okay. I am a web developer. I use AI. Most times I don't even have time to come and read lines of code. What I do is I get my line of code, I'll just copy it and put it there and tell it, okay, help me explain this, then I'll find out the error. Or if I'm looking to integrate something, I'll tell it, find out the points of connecting this to this, replace it with this. You see, in a jiffy, it gives you that. So it helps it helps me in improving my decision making very, very fast, right? So whatever work you're doing, are you a HR person? Are you a director? Are you a manager? Even people that are in the movie industries right now, you understand? So last week, Google launched a new AI called View 3. What does it do? When you give it a script, it will write it as a movie. Exactly. In fact, if you tell it to write it with an African setting, it will get Black African people. Their mouths will be synced to whatever they are saying. In fact, within all you just need is a prompt. It's mind blowing. We've not seen anything like that. So that is to tell you how advanced AI is getting to. Right? Without the help of AI, you won't see robots, running around. You see, most times you read some articles, maybe in the US, or you see that they sacked 20,000 people. Who are they replacing them with? You cannot just sack people like that. They are being replaced by AI. And the truth is, in as much as we don't want to admit it, AI will always be very, very efficient, right? Like it works times 10. Works times 10 of what a single person can do. You understand? We are humans, we might even require break time and lunch time and all that, but AI doesn't eat, it doesn't rest. So 24/7, it is there, right? That's why you see some companies trying to say, okay, they're cutting down their expenses heavily, they're heavily investing in AIs. You see most people, they are doing smart glasses and all that. All of these are AIs running around because it helps in improving decision making. Then example of HR screening 24/7, because we are talking about HR, which is human resource, right? So I'll be giving us an example of HR screenings. So there are chatbots, right? Chatbots as a HR person that's okay. Let's say, for example, we are trying to recruit someone and the person is trying to, as a company, you just build a chatbot, which is a HR person. Chatbot interviews the person, right? Chatbot interviews the person, and it's always there 24/7. You'll be surprised that the chatbot will even set up a meeting with the person, tell the person, okay, I'll be able to, have a meeting with you so time. You will be wherever you are planning, getting ready, but you don't even know that you're coming to meet a chatbot. So at the end of the meeting, it summarizes the meeting and to send back a report to the organization. They get the data from the backend, and and most times it also helps in fraud detection because it's built in a way that it is very, very smart. All right. Then, if you want to start using AI, right? So there are beginner-friendly tools which I'll be mentioning right now. So the first one is ChatGPT. Okay. So ChatGPT helps you write emails, generate ideas, come up with prompts. Right. That's what ChatGPT does, and the data is very, very massive. Okay. Then there is Grammarly, which helps you in improving your writing and tones. You understand? Telling instead of using is here, use or instead of using he is here, use her. You understand? So Grammarly helps you in checkmating your, how correct your English is before you even impute it, right? Then there is Canva AI. Canva helps you to create designs with simple prompts. Like for example, you just log into Canva.com and tell it, okay, I need a mock-up, or I need a letterhead. Please, can the person mute their mic? Can the person mute his or her mic? Can that person mute his or her mic? Great. Okay, so there's Canva AI, right? So just like I was saying, Canva helps you in making sleek designs before you see an author trying to pay a graphics person or maybe a designer to create a book cover for him, to enable him or her sell that. But right now, you could just go to Canva, and the good thing is that Canva has a free plan, and it also has nice templates, free plans. You don't just do only book covers there. You do literally any kind of design you want to do. Depends on how good you are, right? You can do posters, you can do banners, you can do roll of flex, anything design, right? Then when you subscribe to the premium plan, that's when you now have full access to it. Okay, you can even generate videos and all that by just simply giving it a prompt. Okay, then there's Microsoft Copilot. Okay, it helps in boosting productivity in MS Office, like Microsoft productivity tool as well, right? So it's Microsoft own AI inbuilt in both PowerPoint and Excel and Word documents and the rest. So it helps in boosting productivity. Okay, then now getting started, what should you start with? Okay, as a HR person, or maybe as a person at work, at a place of work, whether you are a mechanic or maybe no matter the profession, right? Because even if you're a mechanic, there are things you go and search on the internet or maybe using an AI, it should be able to give you a very, very good insight about that particular car you're working on. All right. Me, I've known sometimes that maybe I'm stranded at a place. I just quickly open AI and be like, okay, this is where I am. How do I get out of this? It gives you suggestion. It will give you suggestion. Okay. So now getting started, the best way to get started if you are not really good with AI, as regards to work environment is okay, use ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Cloud, right? So you can use it to write an email, you can use it to, set up conversations, right? You can tell ChatGPT, okay, I'm a HR person, right? And I want to interview someone for the role of a driver, or maybe for the role of an executive, or for the role of this. How do I start? You see, it gives you prompts, and it's with that trend, you now follow it up and you see the flow. We're going to do a live demo of all this, right? Then you can now polish your grammar, you understand, using Grammarly. right? Which I made mention of. Okay, then after that, if you are required to place it in a letterhead, right, you can use Canva to design a flyer or to design a letterhead for your business or for your company. And you see that all of this within 10-15 minutes, you are done. Okay, you are done. So right now I'll be sharing my screen so that we'll do the practical section. But before that, I don't know if there is any question. We can ask the chat section. Okay, someone asked, how can AI solve unemployment? Sorry, who's saying something? Someone saying something?
No, I was just trying to read out the question from Mr. Peter.
Okay. Yeah, so someone said, how can AI solve unemployment? Great. So just like I told you guys about the meaning of AI, it's about giving it instructions, right? So, but even if we take this question now and put into an AI like ChatGPT or Gemini and ask it how you can solve unemployment, it will tell you the best way to solve unemployment right now is getting a skill. Now you now look at yourself, look at what skill set you have, or look at the kind of skill set you think you can acquire, right? Or what you can do. You will now tell it, okay, I think I can write emails, or I think I can write and good with English. That's the starting point. You've established something, more of like a connection. It will now say, okay, since you think you can write, now why not write articles and start applying for jobs relating to article roles, right? You can even decide to start up a blog of your own. You understand? You can even decide to start up a blog of your own and start from there. You can now start, blogging and making money while blogging. All right. Okay. Someone says, how can AI help a secretary to improve on his job? Great. So AI can help you as a secretary to improve on your job if you know what your job routine is. Let's say, for example, as a secretary, you should know that you should know your boss schedule, right? So from your boss, let's say, for example, he comes in to work from 9, right? So how AI will help you is you could just go to your Google Calendar. You understand? So you say 9 a.m. Remind my boss that we have a meeting to attend by 11 p.m. You add it as a reminder. Okay. Then okay, so after that, we say by 12 p.m. or so, by 12 p.m. we have a meeting to attend, or he has an online Zoom meeting. You set it also as a reminder, right? So this is pertaining to your own work. Then to also improve your skill set, you need to also, if you want to ask AI, it will tell you ways to improve your skill set. Like, okay, if let's say, for example, you're an AI, but you don't have a basic education, you understand? Hey, it could tell you, okay, why not try to get a degree? There are some advanced courses you can take, you understand, that will be an eye opener into the secretary job role. And AI, maybe you don't even have the money to take those courses. With AI, you can tell it, okay, I'm a secretary, but I'm currently with O-level certificate and I still want to further my education. Right now, I will need you to, give me articles or give me insights on how I can improve my skill set, to match that of a BSc holder. You see, it will tell you with AI, you can even, tell it to bring up articles relating to secretary jobs and all that. It will give you all those insights. Okay. What's the link of robots and AI? Sorry, I didn't get this question. I don't know if what you mean is what is the link of robots? I don't know. Can you rephrase this question? I can't, I didn't understand.
I mean, like
okay?
a robotics, those robots that can do, I know it's AI, but it's another field of AI. All those robots that
Yes.
can maybe wash plates, do tasks.
Okay. Let me explain it this way. Okay, all those robots that can wash plates, maybe work in restaurants and all that, they are trained with machine language, right? So those ones are advanced artificial intelligence. Okay. It's quite different from robots that are it's quite different from machines or softwares that you give answer, like you give answer and expect it to give you back an answer. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Okay, someone says, I run an inspection company to multi-international company. How can I use AI? Inspection as in, sorry, can you elaborate more what you mean by inspection?
Okay,
And
can you hear me? Let me just elaborate.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now,
Okay.
I run a non-destructive testing inspection company. with multi-international.
Sorry, can you speak up? Can you speak up?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I say I run a company that does inspection for multi-internationals, like ExxonMobil, like Total, and on the likes. Now, one of the problems they have been having of recent is that those inspections are done on their live facilities, like offshore, their offshore facilities. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm with you.
So it's the offshore facilities are usually live. When I mean live, I mean the plant is on, and it is highly hazardous to human activities. So they are looking for a way we can use less human, more machine. So of recent, they have been asking contractor to look for a better way to inspect their facilities with less human interaction. So I'm looking at, I do inspection. The inspection I do is on their facilities, on their vessel, on their line pipelines, on their vessels where they normally store crude and other things. So how can I use AI to do this inspection instead of sending my guys to the offshore to go and do the inspection? How can I use AI? That's my problem. It has been an issue with me for the past 3 years or more. So I'm looking for a way I can integrate AI to do the inspection without sending personnel to offshores. How can I be done?
Okay, I understand the question, but why you can't use AI in your cases? Because the inspection you are running is a manual inspection. That it's not something that is digital. You understand? Not something that is digital that you can put in a laptop, or let's say you've collected data and you tell it to analyze it. So the only way that you can, use AI to do your inspection is unless you get a robot to handle it for you, because your inspection is something that needs to be done on site. It's not like it's a data that maybe you're seeing on your laptop or your phone, or it's being sent to you and they'll tell you, okay, quickly analyze this data, give us a feedback based on this data. I don't know if you get my points right now. So the only way you can do that is using robots to substitute human. Yes, I'm with you.
I really appreciate I like your response. But I want to also let you know that it is possible that the inspection index, the indicators that can also be configured into a data, a form of a data. It can be configured.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Let me use for example now. I said the inspection, the index, the inspection.
Okay. Your voice is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
No.
I can hear you
What
now.
I'm saying is that what makes the inspection to be required can be configured into a data. We can have them in a data. For example, if the pipeline, for example, the one that joins the other one, let me say the thickness of this pipeline is like, let me say 16 mm, and I have another one 8 mm. Then the place where they are joined, maybe there is a crack there, and the product that are passing through is leaking out. There is a prompt from the client side that will say, oh, something is happening on this line. That means something is happening on this line. And maybe the pressure will start decreasing. When the pressure starts decreasing, it shows something is going out of that line, which can
I get you. I understand.
So now,
sorry. Let me cut you short a bit. Sorry, because of time.
All right.
I need to cut short a bit because of time. It still runs up to what we are saying. If your company or the firm you are working with, you understand, are they running on manual should I say manual construction or automatic constructions, right? So if it's manual, you can still impute AI. But if everything runs automatically, even your system alone will even show you that it is very, very smart. That's when you don't even need to constantly do inspection. Because if your system is smart, if the system is built to be smart, any leakage at any point in time automatically detects, right? Let's take, for example, CCTV. When they've not built in artificial intelligence into CCTV, that's when you see people or security people 247 sitting on, trying to watch it to capture the moment. But right now, you see security cameras that has AI on it. So all you just need to do is maybe you set a sensitivity alert, right? Let's say, for example, there's an area that is a no-go area, or maybe do not, cross area, or maybe a caution area, right? They will set a sensitivity alert there. So what it does is that the moment it detects movement, it shows signal either on the computer screen or maybe it shows as a notification or an alert must be sent. So it still tallies down to what I told you. I don't know how your system works or how your system runs. If it's running or your machines are running on manual setup, we can't do anything with AI. But if it's running on automatic setup, that's when you see that you don't like it's we cannot even like we don't need to tell you that your system is smart enough that there is a need to incorporate artificial intelligence. I don't know if you understand my point now. So everything depends on what your system is running on. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All right. So I'll be sharing my screen. I know that there are some other questions that I will take later, but let me share my screen so we can do 1 or 2 examples. All right. Okay, I will need a volunteer in the chat section. So maybe if you're an admin or maybe a HR person, just tell us exactly what you want us to do with AI. So we'll see that it's a live section, not so it won't be as if I've stored data in one place and try to give it out. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Henry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will assist you if you need to
Okay.
go through the. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
If you need assistance with the chat aspects, I will be doing that.
Okay, no problem. So okay, I'm going to I will list can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it, but it's a little bit tiny.
Yes, we can.
Okay, tiny. What about now? Let's increase by
better.
Is it better? Is it better now? Okay, great. So I'm very, very conversant with using ChatGPT, but aside from ChatGPT, there is Gemini, which is owned by Google, very, very smart as well. So all you need to do is type in gemini.google.com and you'll see Gemini. This is Gemini, right? And there is also Cloudy. Okay, no thanks. It's really been long. I came here. There's also Cloudy, right? Cloudy.ai. Which is this. These are very, very smart AIs, right? But I'm really, really conversant using ChatGPT, right? So I'll open my ChatGPT. That's what we'll be using. Okay. That's what we'll be using. So all you need to do is go to chat. I'm sorry. ChatGPT.com. Sorry. .com. Okay, great. So this is ChatGPT and the interface, right? So if you see here, these are my histories of stuff that I use. So and that I've already asked it. Okay. So I told you guys I will need a volunteer in the chat section. What should we do?
Okay, so I think I have there is a question on the chat.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, one person is asking, how do I deploy the chatbot on my website and phone?
Okay. Depends on what your website is running on, right? So if your website is running on WordPress, there are chatbots that you can easily integrate. Okay, so let's assume that your WordPress is running on that your website is running on WordPress. So I'll now ask it. Okay, the best way to get before I start, the best way to get information or interact with ChatGPT is you have to interact with it as if you are interacting with a human being, right? So how does it work? Let's say, for example, it's the first time you are seeing me, or maybe it's the first time that we are coming into coming in touch. You don't just go ahead and tell me, hey, how are you, or you don't just go ahead and tell me, give me this or give me that. Okay, please answer first, right? So just tell it, hello, how are you? You understand? How are you today? So you need to chat with it as if you're conversating with a human being. So you'll see the response. So you see I've already queried mine. I've told mine that whenever I'm asking how are you, you should always, address me with Henry, which is my name, right? Says, hey Henry, I'm doing great today. Thanks for asking how about you. How's everything on your end going? So I would say, I'm fine. I'm fine. So right, then I'll now tell it, okay, I'm fine. So you now come and say, I'm building a site on WordPress, right? It's an information site. It's an information site. Oh, I would like to deploy a chatbot.
Sorry, we can't see where you are typing.
Really? That's what I'm typing.
No.
Well, can you see my screen?
Yes, I saw the A Henry, but I can't see the other one.
Okay.
Okay, I've seen it. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Enlarge it on your own screen.
Sorry?
She should enlarge it on my own screen.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I have done that.
Okay, so
Thank you.
I'm doing a site on WordPress, it's an information site. I would like to deploy a chatbot. So we already, for you to, know that the site is running on WordPress. WordPress runs with plugins, right? So plugins are, ways where you can, add functionalities to the site. So you now tell it, I will need list of 5 best chats bot plugins. Okay. So see, it has already given us the answer. So it says, great to hear you, and all that. Then top 5 WordPress chatbot plugins, Tidio, right? We did Tidio, best for all-in-one live chat section. So these are the features and how you can get to the Tidio, right? Once you click on this, it takes you to where you can get and download the plugin and use it on your site. Okay. Then second one is chatbot by live chats and how you can get the chatbot. Third one is WP chatbots for Messenger by Moby Monkey, and the features. So here you can just compare which one you think is best for you to use, and you go and use it on your site. I don't know if you understand. Now I will do another one for the person that said, as a secretary, how do how does AI help you do your work as a secretary? Now I will ask this, I will tell it, great. So I'm just trying to end this conversation. I'll just tell it, great. Thank you. Then it will ask if you know that, but I'll just tell you a quick one. A secretary.
Sorry, can you build this blog for us? This chat.
If I can build a blog for you.
As in, if you click on any of those options, will it build the chatbot, or is it free?
Okay. How it works is that, how it works is, this is a plugin. I don't know. I just made this example for the person that asked, right? Most of you here are not web designers. So basically what it does is, if you click on any of these links, right, it will give you access or show you how you're going to download this plugin. Then you go to the plugin aspect of your website, right? Then download, install it. All you just need to do is create an account. Then there is a guide also on how you can easily set it up. You understand my point? So because of time, I won't be going into that deep, but just know that this is how you can easily do it, right? And each of them, I've used literally almost all of them. It has guides, you understand, on how to quickly set it up. There's some videos on YouTube that you can watch. Let's say you could just go to YouTube and tell, or you could just tell it, okay, let me just tell it, okay, provide me a YouTube guide on how to install. Let's use Tidio, how to install Tidio on my website. So you see, this is the YouTube. It's still loading. So once you click on this, and now I just share this particular tab, it's going to take you to the YouTube video on how you watch and quickly install it on your website. Then this is also a guide how to install Tidio on your website. Log into your WordPress, navigate to website admin panel, plugins, search for Tidio, install, activate plugin. Great, you understand? So with this, it has already given you the guide you need. All right. So it makes work very, very easy for you. Okay, makes work very, very easy for you. All right. Then for the secretary role, I will just tell it, okay, let me do human resource. I'm a HR person. HR person in my organization. I want to interview someone for the role of, let's say, assistant, right? Assistant. But I don't know where to start. I need a comprehensive guide on how to do that. Okay, if you guys can look at my screen, you see there are yellow lines and red lines, right? That's my Grammarly trying to tell me that I have a word or a sentence that is not actually correct. So all I just need to do is click on it. So it has corrected this. It's telling me this. I'll just click on dismiss. So and HR. Okay, so you see, it's trying to correct me, telling me that I have wrong words there, right? But irrespective of the fact, ChatGPT will understand what I'm trying to tell you. So it says a comprehensive guide interviewing a candidate for the assistant role. So this is it. This is more of like a guideline, right? So understand the role clearly before the interview. Clarify what the assistant will be doing daily, skills and traits needs, any tools they will need, example of their duties, and all that. So see all of this. So I won't. We don't have the time to quickly go through all this. So now let me just tell it. Okay. Help summarize this. So I'm just telling you to help me summarize this in a way that I'll quickly understand and do my interview first. So it says understand the role, clarify duties like scheduling, correspondence, file management, and others. So let's assume that I'm the one interviewing the person now. Just tell you, okay, you're the one applying for the assistant role, right? So your number one job is to make sure that you can clarify duties like scheduling, correspondence, file management. You now start asking the person questions that are relating to, can you do scheduling? What tools do you think you can use to schedule an appointment? How do you manage your file? And how do you use software like Excel, Google Docs, and the rest? So now the second thing is already you should have the person's resume, right? So review their resume, look for their experience, communication skills. From here you now already have ideas of the kind of questions you're going to ask the person. All right. So now this is the structure on how the interview should begin. So introduction, you ask the person, okay, can you just help me introduce yourself to me? I would like to know you better. right? So the person will do a quick introduction, you now go through, assess the person's work history, then, behavioral questions, STAR method. So in case I don't know what this STAR method is, right? So all I just need to do is copy this, right? And tell it, okay, then I'll just tell it quickly expand this, right? So I'm just trying to tell it to, help me expand. So so this is the STAR method, right? The situation, the task, the action, and the result, right? So you need to see, okay, look at a sample question. Tell me about a time you had to manage multiple tasks at once, right? So most of us here that have been to one job or the other will see that we've come across such a question like this. Some will ask you, how can you handle pressure at work? You understand? Something like that. So this is it. Now, describe a time you dealt with a difficult colleague or client. You understand? Give an example of when you took initiative without being asked. So with all these, you know that you're already prepared, and your job is just more of like made easy for you with artificial intelligence. Okay. I will stop here and attend to more questions on the chat section before we close for today. Okay. The last question is, AI in robotics engineering is the future, but what if such machines become corrupted or plagued with virus programs, leading to inability for humans to control them? It becomes a serious threat to mankind globally. What measures can humans take counter such? What measures can humans take to counter such uncontrolled vices from these robotics AI? Okay, the most important thing is make sure that your systems are up to date, right? Remember when we started this section, I told you guys that AI is artificial intelligence, even robotics, they are being trained with human intelligence. They are being trained with data, right? It's more about whatever you keep telling it. So the more data you keep feeding it, the more smart it becomes. Okay. So the only way for you to still be in control is to make sure that in as much as you're feeding it data, all right, you also need to check your systems and make sure that there are no viruses and make sure that it is not corrupted, right? So how do you do this? Constant check, right? Running scans, checking, updating your software and firmware. That's why you see sometimes you see some people still using outdated software. The reason why those softwares are being updated is because maybe there's a new security patch because the world keeps advancing, right? The world keeps advancing every day. Okay, so you make sure that you keep updating your systems and checking for loopholes. Wherever there is loophole, you now try and sort it out with your team. Please, how can I run a school administration with AI? It depends on how large your school is. So, but the best way to run a school administration, if I understand what you mean, is let's say, for example, make everything digital, right? Paying of school fees, maybe passing of information notes. How does it work? Let's say you run the school, the name of the school is university.com. So at university.com, students can easily sign up. If there's any fee required, you understand, you don't need to tell them to come to the admin office to come and make a payment. Everybody make payments online and have access. If you don't make payments online, automatically the system kicks you out. All right. So there's an AI tool that can help you handle that. How do I identify a legit AI platform? The ones I mentioned here are legit. But this is actually a very good question. In as much as we are all trying to use artificial intelligence, right? How do we know that we are using the correct ones, right? So in as much as computers are going to, ask you for all these AI platforms, why try to register, are going to ask you for critical information. There are some information that no matter what the platform does, it can't ask you. You cannot just say, okay, you want to register and use an AI and they're asking you for BVN and they're giving out your BVN. No, it's a scam. You cannot say that you want to register and they're asking you for, let's say for people abroad, asking you for SSN number, social security number, yes, SSN, right? All those things are databases that that when people get hold of them, they can easily scam you. Or someone is telling you, give me your BVN to create an account, or give me your NVN so I can create an account for you to use what is it called? AI. It's a scam, right? Then AI in teaching biology. Come on now. We just did a presentation on how you can use AI. So no matter the topic that you are doing or you are teaching in biology, put it on AI. AI will give you a very good breakdown of it. How can you create payroll using AI? If you just tell AI, okay, you're creating a payroll, you have 12 staff, manager, this. So it should create a payroll in Excel sheet for you. It will quickly do that for you. Okay. How can I run a hospital administration with AI? We already have e-medical for admission of patients and consultation. Okay, since you already have e-medical for admission and patients and consultation, so what you need to do is meet your development team, your programmers or people that handles your software, and tell them the exact feature you need, right? They'll incorporate it for you. So you tell them, okay, let's say for example, your e-medical team runs basically just admission of patients and consultation. Let's say for example, you don't have a feature that allows them to pay online, right? So, and it's very, very tedious for them to, come to the hospital, make payment, go to this world, verify payment and all that. You could just tell them to, include payments for you and verify it automatically. So what does it mean? Once I've paid and I've scheduled a consultation with my doctor, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is 12 p.m., which means we'll be in the hospital at most 12, right? So once it's 12 p.m., I get to see my doctor, right? So then you should also have a system that if I miss my appointment, right, maybe it's either I'll pay a booking fee again to rebook, or maybe system will automatically schedule me whenever there is a free opening, right? So that could work. I think that's it for today. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you so much, Mr. Henry. This is quite impactful and educative, and I'm sure a whole lot of us have learned so much.
Yes.
We'll be coming. I think we should end this section now because we have another section that we're entering into, and I'm sure the guest speaker is also waiting. So I would advise that every participant can forward their question to the facilitating group. We'll take it up from there and you'll get your response on that group. Thank you very much, Mr. Henry, and thank you everyone for participating. We appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Sorry, what?
Hello. Hello, can you rephrase your question? Sorry?
I said, how can we get the recorded version of this lecture? The recorded version.
Your line is
the recorded version.
It's on record. It's on record. You'll get it on the class.
Okay.
On all the group.
That's
Yes,
nice.
yes, you get all the record on the group. All right, thank you.
Can we have the contact of Mr. Henry?
For everyone. From the group. From the group. Thank you so much. We'll be moving to the next Zoom section. Please, you can mute your microphone if you're in for this class, for the next Zoom meeting. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be going to the last section of the Zoom meeting, and next online is International Executive Diploma in. And with us today, our facilitator for today is Professor Seth Akunson. So, Professor, if you're on board right now, I think I'll be handing over to you as we await you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, madam.
Abigail is my name.
You can see my slide. Can you see my slide?
Yes, we can see your slide.
Nobody is talking?
Yes, we can see your slide.
Yes, we can see that. We can see that, Prof.
Yes, we can see, sir.
You know, I'm a teacher, so I'll be sharing my slide. We'll be interacting together. I want to beg that everybody should mute. Admin, Are you there, please, admin? Fatima,
okay,
are you there?
I will do that, sir.
Fatima, can you mute somebody, everybody except me?
Abigail,
I've been around since 5 o'clock. I came in around 5 o'clock.
Yes. Sir, you can unmute yourself. Sir, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Please, I was saying that
yes,
the disturbance during the 3 classes I attended from 5 o'clock, I attended all of them, listened to all the speakers, starting with the first person that spoke on diplomatic etiquette and protocol, and then Emmanuel Gungwe that spoke on the HR, and then lastly, Eri that spoke on AI and all that. Here we are looking at entrepreneurship, executive diploma. Whatever you're going to do, it has to work. You have to work as an entrepreneur. As you can see, I'm former vice chancellor of a university and also professor of economics. And I've been trained in entrepreneurship by Harvard University in the US. I'm a licensed business development service provider of the federal government of Nigeria.
Wow.
And a German government certified trainer and facilitator and coach. I'm a chartered stockbroker. I'm a stockbroker in Nigeria and investment analyst in the United Kingdom. And so,
for you, sir.
As you can see, I've paid my dues, okay? My PhD is from the Bafumi Awolowo University in Ife, where I taught for more than 10 years. So I've been in academics now in the university system alone for more than 30 years. So please, I'm a teacher. You listen to me, you take something home. Let me write this guarantee. If at the end you implement all that I will show here, you don't succeed, I will pay. Because this is about 40 years of decade experience that I've gathered to put here for you. So please pay attention. If there are people that are not here, call them to come and be part of it. International Executive Diploma in Entrepreneurship, IEDE certification. So the team, the admin, will discuss with you the certification process and all that. Now, I start immediately. Before I start, I'm giving you an assignment to know whether you'll be a successful entrepreneur or not. Go to systempersonalities.com. It will take you about 5 minutes to do it, but I will not stop my facilitation. I want you to find out. I want to know whether you're a defender, you're a commander, what kind of entrepreneur are you going to be? I want you to find out your strengths, your weaknesses, career path, workplace habit. I just want you to do this to find out, and then you chat me in the chat box, not that you are going to speak. We will not have time for that. I want to play with you to chat me, to tell me. Let me find out. Are you hearing me? I'm talking to myself.
we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. We can hear you, sir. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Brilliant. Okay. Now, okay, in entrepreneurship, there's what we call the 4 Fs. And many people miss these 4 Fs. If you get it right, you'll never miss it. Don't forget I said, if you follow what I'm going to show here, if you don't succeed, please look for me and I'll pay. Now, number 1, entrepreneurship, people see, are supposed to see, but they look. There are times when you just look, you easily forget. Entrepreneurship is about seeing. Entrepreneurship is not taught, it is caught. You catch it. They don't teach you. You catch it. What I'm doing here is to guide you. Anybody that says you will teach you entrepreneurship, forget about it. You're going to see some details I'm going to share with you. So you must be seeing. And seeing is different from looking. Like now, I don't know, how many of you are seeing me? I'm not saying they are looking at me. Okay? If you can see me, then there are many things you see, but you don't see, but you just know. Number 2, when you see, you must sense it. What I'm going to be doing there, what sense can you make it to? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you looking at? You must sense it. But many people don't make a sense of what they are seeing. They were told that many people saw the apple falling. Only Newton asked why. And you know what happened in the gravitational force of Newton. So if you see, number 3, size it. What is the quantum? What is the size? Many people, they just walk on size without sensing. They say, oh, there's big money in it. First of all, see, size, sense, then size it. Then lastly, before you see it. Season is the last thing you do as an entrepreneur. So you see, you sense, you size, and then you seize the opportunity. Now, what am I going to be doing today? If you are following me, introduction, entrepreneurship.com, skilling, reskilling, and upskilling, the cutting edge entrepreneur, concluding remarks. These are the things I'll be doing with you. Introduction, and then you get to entrepreneurship.com, the skilling, reskilling, and upskilling. So I'm going to be sharing some of this thing with you in a way. Then what is the purpose of my presentation? I put it in 4 P's. I don't know, I like using the word P. I'm going to use 7 P later. I will clarify the concept of entrepreneurship. I'll profile some principle. I'll provide overview of entrepreneurship personal, and then I'll also provide profile some strategies to make you a very great entrepreneur. So you have the opportunity, you have the wherewithal to learn entrepreneurship. Let me find out. Are you following me? If you follow me, chat me and say, I'm following you. I pick this, I pick purpose, I pick outline, I pick the 4P. Can you chat me, please? Nobody is chatting me. Nobody. Why? Chat me. Tell me what you are getting so that I know you are following me. I can't get anybody. Nobody. I'm following Prof. Yes, that's Dr. Mary Adewale. Yeah, that's very good, Dr. Mary. I said, that's good, that's very well. I said, yeah, you have tried. Okay, I pick 4S. Yes, what are the points? You can't just say 4S. Tell me the 4S you pick. You say, these are the 4S I pick. These are what a yay. I'm following, Prof. Yes, following. Okay, what are you following? Tell me, what are you following? If you pick the 4P, the 4S, you write it there so that I will know you're following. Thank you very much, Dr. Mary Adole. Thank you, Dr. Charles Chukwuredi. Then Dr. Dole Godfrey. Okay, I'm getting, you're following. Thank you very much. I'm happy about that. Okay, I should continue now to also share more experiences. Don't forget the system partnership I tell you. Conceptual clarification. I build it. The entrepreneur, what are we talking when we talk about entrepreneur? I told you about seeing opportunity. You are in paid employment or other engagement, then you sense it, you size it, then you seize it. You creatively organize opportunity to run an enterprise. Then you work towards a retirement. What happens is that whether you're working in paid employment or entrepreneur, you must work towards retirement. Retirement is the joy of work. You don't work and be an entrepreneur forever, no. You go into social enterprise and do some other things. Look at it. What is it? Survival of the fittest. None of them here want to be an entrepreneur. They want a paid job. 30 days, make one pay. That's what they are looking for. They are trying to ensure that they survive. The rat race, 9 to 5 p.m., or 8 to 4 p.m., or 7 to 3 p.m., or shifting, or all that. These are survival of the fittest. So you want to avoid that, you want to be. Look at it. You see, poor Nigeria multiply as Nigerians spend millions fighting poverty. Since I was born, I'm a senior citizen now, I've been seeing government fighting poverty. And this is what is going on. And look at it. Instead of fighting poverty, the great book written, apart from Bible and Quran, is The Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. And nobody is talking about poverty. You can't, anywhere they fight poverty, poverty will not go. When you engage poverty, poverty will engage you. You'll fight forever. Create wealth and stop looking for poverty. Look at it. General employment, interest, and money. The whole matter of money. That is John Maynard Keynes. He produced this book in the UK, the other one in Scotland. And what they are talking about is employment, interest, money. All is what we call the positive economics, Richard G. Dempsey. It's not negative economics. The 4 E's: education, employability, employment before entrepreneurship. So you can see that the economy, to build an economy, you need education. So what I'm doing there is entrepreneurship education. Then you build up, you get employability. You learn how to get employed, either employing yourself or employing others. Okay, you have to improve employability. Employability means the skills you have developed that can put you in a job. Many people don't have those skills. They don't have the employability skill. They lack the 4 E's, and that's what you want to know. Now, what to do? The economy. What do we mean by the economy? is where activities are taking place. So the entrepreneur key into the economy in a triple helix. That is the government, the individual or private sector, and then the academia. I'm in the academia. I'm also, entrepreneurship education. Okay, so how do you do entrepreneurship about how you exchange money for value? Don't forget, they said they're going to give you the slide, but just follow me very closely. Integrating the economy. Now, when you integrate the economy, you find out whether you want to be in employment or entrepreneurship, self-employment, provision, trade, and whatever. That's how to integrate. You get a job, you create a job, or you want to be self-employed, but I'll show you the danger of self-employment later. Now, let people talk about luck. The definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity, and that's entrepreneurship opportunity. Keep to that job, keep to that work, and then prepare the opportunity. So if you create the opportunity, are you ready to face the entrepreneurship VOCA? What is VOCA? Can you type it for me? Let you know. VOCA means volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. So the entrepreneurship terrain is quite tough, but many people have survived, and you too can survive. And so what happened? Entrepreneurship, look at the context. What is the context? It's people you are dealing with. It's opportunity you are creating. And then you want to strike a deal. That is, you want to build a model that can bring traffic and money to you. Let me check again your chat to me. Are they chatting? I'm from Freetown. Okay. I picked the 4S. Freetown, I've been to Freetown. I've been to Sani Abacha Street. I know it's in Freetown. But it's a free town, but there's no free lunch there. No free lunch in Freetown. Thank you very much. I've been to Freetown, Sierra Leone in Freetown. And then sensing it, fantastic. Okay, seeing it. Yes, fantastic. I can see. I was saying about, okay, I'm getting it. Okay, the 4-year education. Enoch Solomon, Jackson, Ene. Okay, fantastic. I was saying, Baba, I can see. Thank you very much for your contribution. So what are the entrepreneurship doing? The first thing you have to know the people, opportunity. If there are no people, there's no opportunity. If there are no opportunity, there's no deal. So that's the context we're talking about. So, okay, I continue again. Now look at it. These are two different kinds of chicken. If you are from a local palace, if you are from the West African sub-region, or you are from me in Nigeria, one is what we call agri chicken, and one is local chicken. It can stand on one leg. But the agri chicken also fed. It's ajepoteic, ajebota noni. So you can see how the agri chicken cannot move. It's standing gida. So the jungle is that the employment you are paid for 30 days, make one pay. So when you go out to entrepreneurship, you are going to the jungle. You are going to slug it out with people. And if you don't remain in competition, you'll be pushed out. So you have to understand that. And then to be in a prayer, it's a cycle. You are inside that cycle. How is your body makeup? How healthy are you? Who are you? How spiritually vibrant are you? What are the relationships, the network that you have? What are the financial position you hold? What are the fiscal nature? What are their nature? You must have that entrepreneur. So there's the perspective on retirement into entrepreneurship for those who want to retire or those who are working. Now, if you look at what of entrepreneurship, why entrepreneurship, who entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth, you see that then you are good to go. You need to get this very, very clear when you are into entrepreneurship. Now, the most important days in your life, one is the day you are born and the day you discover why. If you lose your why, you lose your way. Why do you want to go into entrepreneurship? You must be able to get that clear. You must be able to know where you stand in entrepreneurship. If you don't have the reason, I've seen some young graduates, when they graduate and I ask them, where do you want to work? They say, oh, I don't know. Anywhere is nowhere, my friend. That means you don't know what you want, you don't know where you're going. You must be able to clear yourself to know where you are heading in life. Very, very important entrepreneurship. Now, what are the content again? The what of entrepreneurship? Who can be an entrepreneur? Not everybody. Who can be an entrepreneur is not everybody. The who entrepreneurship, the young, the old, not too young, not too old, about to retire, actively employed, newly employed, those thinking about it, readily ready, the self-employed can be entrepreneur. So don't cut yourself out. Get ready. You can be an entrepreneur. You are ready to go. And then if you look at how to be entrepreneur, that is what I'm going to do in the course outline. How do you become an entrepreneur? Listen carefully. I say, follow me closely, and then you'll be happy you did. Let me see, chat and see whether you are following me. Are you following me? Tell me you are following me. What have you following me for?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Entrepreneur, how to become entrepreneur? Look at it. Where have you worked before? Who are your co-workers? Relate with them. They are going to help you entrepreneurially. Number two, have you graduated from a school? Do you have alumni? Get them. Do you have professors and teachers that have taught you before? Do you have what we call the network? Industry leaders and speakers. Now that you have me, you can link up with Laplace, tell about me. Fellow, I belong to a fellow of several organizations. I'm going to give my profile later. Do you have local business professional? In this, my community where I stay in Kaduna, anybody in entrepreneurship, only few will say they don't know me. So I link up very well. I told you I was trained in Harvard, as you can see. Friends and family members, past and present clients. These are your entrepreneurship network. Don't joke with them. I'm waiting to see how you are going to build that. So chat media, what do you have? Among all these entrepreneurship, 8 entrepreneurship network, there are more than that. Which one do you think is more stronger for you to succeed as an entrepreneur? Now, there are organizations, NGOs that you can work with that will support you to be an entrepreneur. There's Small and Medium Scale Enterprise Development Agency, Bank of Agriculture, Bank of Industry, NASAL is for agribusiness, National Development, National Directorate of Employment. There are several organizations. There's the British Council, there's the German government, GIZ. There is also the American Embassy. I've got funding from American Embassy. So try and connect with this entity. And then when you are planning, I said plan your retirement when you become entrepreneur. But make sure, an entrepreneur, you must have an online presence. That's how to brand yourself. Build an online presence. If you are not online, you don't exist. Make sure you build your online, your digital presence, the social media presence, the web presence, digital content plan, digital management plan, digital marketing plan, local presence, mobile presence, online marketing presence, search engine presence. Look, if I Google your name, you are nowhere to be found. You don't exist. As I put it there, look at it. What and why online presence? You do not exist if you are not online. So if you are online presence, if you look at the richest people in the world, they are digital giants. So this is where you connect as an entrepreneur. You need Facebook, but Facebook, it be as it get. There are a lot of fraudsters in Facebook. That does not make it bad. Number two, there's a Twitter, but Twitter is not too good for business. It's just for information. And so yes, you can use it for business as well. Then you have this, Instagram. You have the Pinterest. It's just for fun, for women. You have the TikTok. You have the YouTube. YouTube too can give a training. You can learn from YouTube. You can build there. And then you have the WhatsApp. You have the Telegram. You can build business around it. And then, but look at it. Those of you from Sierra Leone, from Ghana, in Nigeria, when you ask people not to do something, they say, no, waiting. It's just a moment, they are waiting there. Look at the sample by the police. So sometimes this thing doesn't work. Even look at it. We said people should mute. We talk today. I want to thank you that during my session, if people are muted, and that's good. Thinking, is one of the best for professional presence. You can use it there. It will help you a lot, and you make it. It has some things you should not do. Make sure you have the guidance to be credible to this. Now, if you look at a LinkedIn, look at Unicode. Unicode text. I want you to go to your carry your phone or your laptop or your device and type Unicode text, and then send a message, type it and copy and paste it in the chat box or whatever. The Unicode help you to have a design in your LinkedIn profile. If you look at this, if you look at the practical session, look at me here. This is my LinkedIn profile. I have close to 10,000 followers now. I did this some time ago. I'm growing very well. You can see how I wrote my name. So you can chat me on LinkedIn. So these are the things we do. Now look at this, my friend. This beautiful lady is a human resource manager. You can see she did not use the Unicode text, to type her. Also, it's looking a bit clumsy. So look at mine. You can see the difference. I use the Unicode. So you see the difference there. You can see me looking young. I'm not that young. This picture was taken more than 20 years ago. So you can add that to see what it is. Okay, are you following me? Let me know what you are following me. How do you know returns on your LinkedIn presence or on your online presence? Number of fans or members in your group will tell us. Look at my own, nearly 10,000. Number of followers, number of reposts or likes, number of people who responded to a question, traffic-driven website, trending topic, number of subscribers or sign-up, number of comments, number of views. So if you are there, you are good to go. I want to see, are you following me, please? Education, the 4 years I'm getting. Who is following me? Godfrey Williams, yeah, thumb up. Okay, well done, Godfrey Williams. I also give you thumb up, Godfrey Williams. Emilia, Lillian, Kofi, this should be Ghanaian. If you're a Ghanaian, then you are my personal person. He said, if you are not online, don't say, thank you, Lillian Ghanaian. If you are not Ghanaian, then your name look Ghanaian, because Ghanaian, my Shanti people, were there together. The network program, sorry, I was late. Why were you late? Freak Lord Ngobi, why were you late? You're not supposed to be late. You're supposed to come on time to listen. Dr. Mary Adewale again, how do I improve my online presence? Of course, that's why I show you that you should have design. When the people see design there, it will go for build their digital presence. Yes, you're following me. I'm happy. That means I'm not talking to myself. So permission to continue. If you want me to continue, say continue, Prof. I want to see that. Tell me to continue, or I'll stop here and say I've finished. They cover the syllabus. Because even those say, Clement Anyim, how can Anyim come from Ghana? Professor Clement Anyim. Anyim, because we have Pius Anyim Pius in Nigeria. That means Nigeria and Ghana, they are brothers and sisters. So I used to come to Jimpa, Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, Jimpa. And then I come to Logon. I have my friends there in Logon in economics who do things together. You are following. So I say continue. I think people say continue. They just carry the word. Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Anything? Someone want to not say anything now. You are not qualified. You are not allowed to ask question now. Let me finish now. Even my Ghanaian brother, they're there. They cannot ask question now. Yesterday, we played football with the Ghanaian, some few days ago. And today, Nigeria won the Unity Cup in London, and then we came back with it, playing with Trinidad and Tobago. We play also with Jamaica. We play also with Ghana. It ended 2-1. And then, okay, the Ghanaians are our friends, the Accra O's never say die until the bones are rated. And so this is it. So we are together, we are working together, we are doing things together. We just played the Unity Cup. The Champions League is going now. Paris Saint-Germain are leading by 2-0. They scored 2 goals within the next 10-15 minutes. So things are going well. Ghana, we're looking forward for you to come to Nigeria. You came to Nigeria, you draw with us, and you went to the World Cup, you left us behind, and it was okay. But here we are, entrepreneurship.com. You see, online, Nigeria is leading. There you can see Ghana, you can't see Sierra Leone. That's very good for you. Nigeria talk too much online. Nigeria online, after Philippines, Nigeria is second online. So you don't see any other African country. But that is not good. It's not something that we are online doing what? How much are we making online? How much is your phone making for you? Is your phone a liability or is it an asset? We'll talk about that later. Look at it. This in Kaduna, I used to do a program, invite people, and to ask them, rather than saying idle, it's better to do the work of truth. Redirection the mindset to ask the right question like, what can I do for myself? As opposed to thinking, what can others or the government do for me? That's what I say. So I want you to see that to see. Tell me what you get. Now, there are, to be entrepreneur, to start entrepreneurship, there's 7 P. Number 1 P is passion. Number 2 is purpose. Number 3 is profession. Number 4 is practice. Number 5 is pursuit. Number 6, pragmatism. Number 7, prophetic. Let me know whether you're following. If you're following me, say, yes, Prof, we are following, and then I can fire on. Yes, you're following. You must be an entrepreneur. I hereby declare that you must be entrepreneur. Good evening, anyone. I'm Mohamed Bobo. Amadou Mohamed Bobo. Adama say, Yola, you are my brother. I attended Jimeta Primary School, Yola. Jimeta, opposite the police station. That was my primary school. That was about 50-something or nearly 60 years ago. So thank you very much. Yes, the 7 Ps I can see. Yes, we are following. I'm on mine. I mean, that means everybody is on ground. Yes, Prof, I'm following 7P. That's Simon Passin. Simon Passin, you don't tell me where you're calling from so that I will know you. I'll look forward to visiting you. I'll say, okay, you are my friend. How can we meet together? How can we share experience together? Thank you, Simon Passin. Professor Rashid, yes, we are following. I have a professorial colleague here. Mohamed Monso say, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, here. It is quite a good time. Now, look at it. You can see what I'm saying now. I'm talking about purpose. Now, look at it. Let's share the experiences together. Now, what is passion? What you love doing. I want you to be typing to tell me you are following me. Passion is what you love doing. What you hate, you cannot do it, okay? You can't attract what you attack. What you love, that's what we call the passion. What you love doing is your passion. Then, number 2, purpose, what you are made for. What are you made for, okay? What are you made for? Let me know what you are made for. Please tell me what you are made for. And also tell me what is your purpose in life. That's what I do. It's a practical system, profession. What are you qualified for? Tell me, are you an engineer? Are you an economist? Are you an accountant? Because there are 3 types of accountant: chartered accountant, scattered accountant. You know, a chartered accountant is somebody who doesn't do anything except accounting. And then a scattered accountant is somebody who does accounting and some other thing. Chartered accountant is somebody that read accounting has abandoned. What is your profession? What are you qualified for? Practice. What have you? What have been? What are you? What are you content with doing? That's your practice. What are you doing? For instance, I'm practicing my work now. I'm sharing experience while she's discussing with you. That's your practice. Number 4, pursue. What are you running after? That's your pursuit. Please, I want you to answer all these questions for me and put your name there. I'll see it. What are you running after? Some are running after women, some are running after men, some are running after money. What are you pursuing? Tell me, let me know. Pragmatism, how you go about what you are doing. Do you go doing it with passion, with commitment? How do you go about doing it? I want to know how you go about doing it. This is great, and let me see. Number 7, profiting. What do you get out of what you are doing? This thing I'm doing now will fetch me some honorarium, will fetch me 1 or 2 things, and we're here to go together. So what are you profiting what you get? So these are the 7 P that we learn. Now look at framework for new beginning. Within you, what is your passion? Look inside. Behind you, what have past lessons and experiences prepare you to pursue your passion? Around you, what's happening to others in this area? The trend, what is trending around you? Ahead of you, what do you want to accomplish in life? Above you, what part does God or whatever you believe play in your life and dream? Beside you, what resources are available to you? Alongside you, who can partner with you in this pursuit? So you need to get partners. As our people will say, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, carry others alone. So you have to know the framework and get. Let me know whether you follow me. Look at it. Being, who are you? You must know your being. It's when you're being, you'll be doing. When you start doing, you'll be having. So you must know the cycle, the 3 cycle: being, doing, and having. Very, very important. Okay, let me go to my chat box again and see whether I have friends that follow me. Okay. Charlie IK, good evening. To be an educator. Okay, fantastic, Charlie. Charlie, want to be an educator. What kind of educator? Do not say. Is it entrepreneurial education? Is it financial education? Is it what kind of education? You say it. Then I'm running after owning my passion, the 3 cycle doing and this. Okay, tell me, profiting what you get, but what you are doing. Okay, fantastic. But tell me, answer the question, type me, and relate with me, and let me know we are together. Thank you very much. Should I stop? Should I stop here or should I round up?
Go.
Okay, I should continue. Okay, now look at it. What's your inner world? How much are you worth? Suppose I want to buy you. How much are you worth? Suppose if you're a man, I say I want to, your wife say I want you to become a full-time house husband. How much do I pay you so that you don't go out of the house again? How much are you worth? Okay. Suppose you're a woman, you become medical doctor, or you become an engineer. If you go into the husband say, tell me your price. I want to pay you. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything again. What is your price? So I want to know your inner world. Type it there and tell me what's your inner world. How much are you worth? If I want to buy, how much are you worth? You know that Microsoft, the entire African continent, we are not up to what Apple is worth. Apple can buy the whole Africa with the kind of profit they are making. So how much are you worth? Quantity. Doing depends on your being. And what are you doing? Let me know how much are you worth. Now, there's what they call in Japan, Ikigai. Ikigai is that inner thing in you, as you can see here, that purpose. So the passion, the profession, the vocation, the mission, what you love doing, you are great at it, the world needs it from you, you are paid for it. What is that thing? Purpose. Can you please type and tell me, this is my purpose, bro. I know my purpose, but if you don't know, tell me. And nobody should get a purpose. Something that is a passion in you. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. So look at it, the Ikigai, the Japanese concept, meaning the reason for being. Why are you in this world? Are you just coming to make the number? They say he was here. He lived 70 years and he gone. So what is your purpose? That's your entrepreneurship drive. You must have your purpose. So let me have it. Then the Ikigai talk about mission also. Passion, mission, what is your purpose in life? You must define it. And then we have what called as wabi-sabi. It's a Japanese. Are you following me, please?
Yes.
Am I low?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are following you.
Yeah, sure.
We are following,
Yes,
Prof.
yes.
We are
Yeah, we are
following.
following you, sir.
Continue, please.
So
Thank you.
I just asked
sir.
you a question about
You're not alone.
We are
We are
following.
together.
Prof. We are following you.
We are following you.
We are following.
We're with you, sir. Go ahead with it. Thank you.
I believe SaaS
We are
network is
following.
functioning. SaaS network will be probably malfunctioning. Sure.
Okay. Sorry, please. Are you with me?
Yes, we are with you, sir.
Now, let me apologize. You won't believe it.
Yes, we are with you.
My battery was not connected to light.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I told I've been here since 5 o'clock. I never knew that this thing, and it was warning. I do not take cognizance of the warning.
So sorry about that, sir.
Before I could go and connect, it just went off. So sorry for that. Please forgive me. Pardon me. Don't deduct it from my marks. Okay? Don't deduct it from my marks. Okay?
No problem, sir.
Thank you very much. So if you permit me again, I share my screen again so that we can fire on. Are you there with me?
Yes, we are with you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're all with you, sir. We're all with you.
Okay. Thank you very much for being with me. I appreciate you. Just trying to share my screen again, then we can fire on. Okay, can you see it? Can you see the screen, please?
Yes, we can see, sir. It's on presentation mode. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I talk about wabi sabi. Okay. Wabi sabi means nothing lasts. Nothing is finished. Nothing is perfect. And there lies the beauty. So never said, well, I've finished. You are not finished. Never said, I'm okay. No, you're not okay. You can say better. So this is what we call the wabi sabi in Japan. So it's what you do. You want to live a happy life. Life can still be better. Tomorrow can be better than today. You want to live a life of acceptance, and a life of contentment. Those are the things. Then we have what we call the Montana. The 7R Montana. Rethink is in the center of it, thinking. Then you have the refuse, reduce, reuse, repair, recover, recycle. Those are what entrepreneurs do. And it's a Japanese, that's what Japanese are leading. You see, you can see, regret to waste, something of value. What a waste. Every little thing has a soul. Your business has a soul. You must make sure you keep the soul, you retain the soul. Very, very important. Then, when you are in business, entrepreneurship, John Maxwell says, sometimes you win. Some people say sometimes you lose. No. That is why you have to learn. Losing is learning in entrepreneurship. Don't assume that all they are doing is okay. You live to learn. Then Peter Lynch said, learn to earn. If you are learning, how do you earn money? The 3 M's of money: making money, managing money, multiply money. 3 M's of money. You have to get it. If you are following me, type. Let me know what you are following. The more you learn, the more you earn. Very important. Learn to earn as an entrepreneur. So the more you learn, the more you earn. Look at it. Burning desire. Now, how do you learn entrepreneur? You must have a burning desire. Burning desire means your heart is burning. Like I'm burning to teach now. I'm burning to impact knowledge. You have the burning desire. When you have the burning desire, opportunity will come. Don't forget, I started with opportunity in the beginning. When you have the opportunity come, look at it. There are gaps. Look at the gap between opportunity and action. What is in between that opportunity and action? What is in those gaps? As you can see in those gaps, look at it. Excuses. I don't have time. I don't have money. TNT. What is TNT? Tomorrow, not today. Procrastination. Then he said, I'm too young. I'm too old. No. I said, no. What do you do? How do you move from burning desire and opportunity to action? How do you move from burning desire to opportunity to action? How do you move? Then what do you do? You have guts. If you don't have guts, you cannot be an entrepreneur. Please go back to your village and farm. You cannot be an entrepreneur if you don't have God. You need God. You need God. You need God. Tell me what you need. Type it for me. You need God. As an entrepreneur, that's what you need. And then stop giving excuses. Excuses are not strategy. Please stop it. Okay? Then the cash flow quadrant. Why do you belong? Look at it. If you look at it, there are 4 of them. If you look at 4 of them, number 1, employee, self-employed businesses. The quadrant is a cycle divided by 4. So what do you need to do? Look at it. Those in the left-hand side of a screen, they are what we call employee or self-employed. 90% and 10% of the active income with poverty of time. Okay? If you look at here, if you move from employee to business, you move from employee to business, you move there, you see, you move from self-employed, you create a business. Then you become an investor, 10% and 90% of passive income, time and money. That's where I want you to belong as an entrepreneur. That's the cash flow quadrant, where you belong. Don't stay where you are. Move from business. You become an investor. You start resting. You are sleeping and you are making money. You are relaxing. You are making money. This is what we do online. You can see what we're doing online. You are relaxing. The person who created this is not even here with us. So what are you doing? Be an entrepreneur. Stop being there. Don't stay in Ghana and be doing nothing. Don't stay in Sierra Leone and do nothing. Don't stay in Nigeria doing nothing. Be an entrepreneur and passive income. Money you'll be making without even working. Be an investor. Don't just be self-employed. Don't be employee. Don't be business. Be an investor. That's what I want you to do. Then build their financial numeracy. Financial numeracy is different from financial literacy. There's proficiency, arithmetic, interpretation of data, and then you avoid debt traps and what have you. The number one problem in today's generation and economy is the lack of financial literacy. Alan Greenspan was the president of the United States Treasury, what they call their own version of our central bank. That's the person he was. So, what are financial literacy? Your plan. I said, plan for a retirement, whether you're running a business or not. I want you to retire young and retire. Financial balance. Know what is your asset and liability. Tell me what are asset. Asset is what brings money. Liability is what takes money from you. Your car is not your asset. Your personal car you drive is not an asset, it's a liability, it's taking money from you. Okay? Tell me, what asset do you have? Tell me your asset, type it. Don't forget your phone is not an asset unless you're using it for business to bring money. Your personal house where you're staying is not an asset. It's taking money from you. So know what is your asset. Is your wife an asset or liability? Is your husband an asset or liability? Are your children asset or liability? What is taking money from you? Where do you go and spend money anyhow? You better know it. Very important. That's why we say, know your asset. The sense of knowing. That's why don't forget to talk about science. I talk about science. The sense of knowing. Somebody is disturbing the class. Somebody is disturbing the class. Can he mute? Can you mute? I will not continue until that person mute. If you mute, tell me to continue. I will stop. Excuse me. Are the Amin not there? Somebody is disturbing my class.
It's Mohammed Bobo. Mohammed Bobo Hamid.
Can he be removed?
Your phone. Mohammed Bobo, mute your phone.
Yes, I am around. I am around.
Can you mute?
I'm in the class.
Mute your phone. Mute your phone, please. Mute.
I mean, mute your device. Okay. So know your asset. Very important. Okay. If you don't know your asset, you'll be missing opportunity. Make sure you're totally out of worry. Don't die with debt. Remove financial anxiety from your life. Worry less. Achieve more. Love what you're doing, my friend. I love this work. I love what I'm doing. Let me sip some tea. I'm enjoying it, my friend. If you don't love what you're doing, you're wasting your time. Love what you're doing. Worry less. Achieve more. Sip some tea and enjoy life. That's what entrepreneurship is all about. Perfection is not attainable. But if you chase perfection, we'll catch up excellence in entrepreneurship. Very, very important. That's what entrepreneurship, growth mindset. You see, I know, please stop that. Don't disturb the class. We say you should mute. I mean, the admin people. I mean, they are not there. When I started, I mentioned it that I don't want my class to be disturbed. I don't want my class to be disturbed. I believe we should be honorable enough. If you are not interested in the course, can you exit and allow people to learn? Okay. If you want to learn, you grow. If you don't want, you're disturbing others, how would you grow? Okay, Jim Collins. What did he say? Why the mighty are falling? Number one, they could not avoid decline. Number two, they could not detect it. Number three, they could not reverse decline, which can be done. Stumble badly and recover quickly. Can we do it? Type yes, we must perform. And if you perform, the house will not fall. What is there? This house must not fall. You see, what entrepreneurship does, everybody makes his contribution. I'm about to round up to take some questions, but you disturb my class a bit. Don't stay where you are more. Okay, Magodo, Jessica. Jessica, I greet you. Good presentation. Yes, Mustafa Monsosese. Okay, I'm getting, yes, you must perform. Yes, I agree with you. Worry less, achieve more. Correct. Correct. Angela, you are an angel. Angela, you are an angel. Angela Napier, you are an angel. Well, that's it. What's land? Amadou, Minini land. Minini natural land. Minini ni. Godfrey Williams, education is good. Okay, you continue to make contribution. I'm about to round up. Don't forget, Champions League is on. PSG is leading 2-0, and they have halftime to go. So well done. We are also more than halftime. We're about to round up. We have just less than 5 minutes to round up. And so get ready, and then you are here to learn entrepreneurship. Money. If you cannot make money without money, you cannot make money with money. Entrepreneurs make money, they create money. Where there's no money, entrepreneurs will come and create money. And then money is usually attracted, not pursued. You don't pursue money. That's why you don't pursue money. Attract it. Let money pursue. Ring on, say it. And I want you to do that. Look at, have the 3 C's. Failure cannot come with persistence. When you are persistent in entrepreneurship, you get the result. This I can assure you. Persistent, don't give up. That try to do. What do you need? Character. Entrepreneurship character. Number 2, get competence. You must be competent. Number 3, capacity. How much can you carry? How much money can you carry in your life? If I give you $1 million, won't you collapse and die? What's your capacity? What's your competence? What can you do that others cannot do better? What character are you having? If I put money in your hand, won't you chop it and disappear? What is your character? What's your competence? What's your capacity? I take some break. I take some tea. Yawa. Let me take some tea, please.
Yawa.
Okay, I'm still taking some tea. I need some break. Tea is good, man. Look, when you're doing entrepreneurship and you don't take tea, the entrepreneurship will not flow. It will not flow, okay? What are we doing? Look at it. You, the entrepreneur. Model, I do it. I've done it. Mentor, you do it. I watch you. Monitor, you do it. I watch you. Then, as it, mentor, continue to do it. So that's entrepreneurship. How to learn entrepreneurship? 1% through test. Entrepreneurship had to be learned through hands-on. You must do it with your hand. Look, listen, touch, taste, and smell. That's entrepreneurship. If you look, you will get it, but you need to practice it. I want you to practice it. Take the anxiety test. The anxiety test, cognitive test, how are you? Trilogy anxiety test, behavioral test, semantic test, psychological, physiological, your body, where is your body moving? And look at it, confront your challenge, seize opportunity, think ahead, visualize it, and then be wise. That's very important in entrepreneurship. If you just work like that, you meet the opportunity in entrepreneurship. Worry less, achieve more. I've mentioned that to you. Prognosis. Where are we now? Where were we then? Hindsight. Look at and tell me where you're coming from. Number 2, where are we in the now? Where are you now? Where were you before? That's insight. Then where were you heading? Where currently? Foresight. Where do you want to go to? Then you need to give me where do you want to be in the far side, in the future. I want to know that. And then future, tell me where you're going. Start, chat me and let me know. Future want to belong. The upside, you look at up there and you know where you're going. The 6W1C, I told you about it. What is it? What is entrepreneurship to you? Why do you want to do entrepreneurship? How will it do it? Can you tell me the stress side? Let me see. And then you continue. Can we achieve more than we are currently getting? What you are earning now, can you get more? By how many percentage do you want to increase it? And then look at it. I want to know your short term, your medium term, and all that. Look at, get the piece of political, economic, social, legal principle, and environmental. That's what we call the personal risk factor. The political environment where you are, economic, social, technology, and legal. Okay? Then just do nothing. It is impossible. Do you agree with that? Type and tell me, do you agree with it? If you don't agree, I move forward. Let me see what people are typing. Nobody is typing again. You are tired. I say I'm rounding up. Just do it.
Not.
Nothing is impossible. Just do it. Nothing is impossible. Okay, I can see people are typing. Yes. I am Mary Simon Bisa from Abuja. Ah, the Abuja, the federal capital. Mary, you are doing well. Mary, I wish I can see your face. I cannot see it. Yes, Mary Simon Bisa, yes, he said. Godfrey William again. Ademon, that's it. Money is usually attractive. Correct. You don't pursue money, attract it to come to you. Even when you are sleeping, it will come around you and wake you up and say, please wake up. Even sometimes they said if some people are dead, they put them. Okay, Professor Rashid, thank you very much. I'm grateful. And then go to Jessica, thank you very much. Fred Movie, nothing is impossible. I agree with you on that. You are right. And there's nothing is impossible. Just do it. Okay. And then we round up now. We are moving now. And then what to do, we round up, retire young, retire rich, but reach out. So don't wait till you're old and be changing as your date of birth. So you don't want to retire. Retire young, retire rich. So don't die because you want to work forever. Laplace, be a star. What do? Join the Laplace International Advanced Diploma in Entrepreneurship. This one is ordinary diploma, is just elementary. Be a star. What is a star? S, situation. Then T, tax. Then action. Then produce result. You are a star. When you join the advanced diploma, you become a star. This one is preliminary. You can't finish everything in 1 hour. But I'm rounding up now, maybe 1 minute. As you can see, all I need to wish you simple joys of a new beginning as an entrepreneur. I wish you the best. But look at it, there was a country, and that's the trouble Nigeria. The trouble Nigeria can make things to fall apart. When things fall apart, the center could not pull. And Chunachevi became no longer at ease, and the arrow of God fell on him and became the man of the people. And Wale Shankar declared that the man died in the antis of the savannah. I want to say thank you very much. I ask you to push your question forward. Then here is my profile. We talk, we share experiences and all that. I wish you the best. Thank you very much. Push your question forward. I'm ready for you. Best wishes. Where is Fatima? Okay.
Hello.
Fatima.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Fatima, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You have disappeared, Fatima.
Yes, sir.
So, Fatima, we get nothing is impossible. Angela Nipo, continue. Nothing is impossible. I agree with you, Angela. Daniel James, can I get this? Daniel, don't worry. Ask Fatima. Fatima is my employer. She's my Oga. Anything you need, ask Fatima. Fatima, she's my wife. She called me today and make sure that I'm not late so that she don't give me query. Olala Konyadeji, Boni, Prof is Prof. Olala, hey, Leo Baba, NS, Oliga, thanks, Professor. Good, you ask questions, you're free to ask your question. We share experience. Entrepreneurship.com. There's nothing in entrepreneurship. For about 40 years, I've been in this job and I want to share experiences with you. And then come for the advanced diploma so that I'll take you to the next stage. Discover with Fatima. Fatima, please tell them about the advanced diploma. This is just the executive diploma. They need to go advanced. You need to advance a skill to get advanced diploma and all that. I think I've mentioned it in my slide. Get the advanced diploma. I've mentioned it. This is it. Be a star. Have the advanced diploma. So, Fatima, are you there? Take over, Fatima.
Okay, hello. Good evening, everyone, once more. Thank you, Professor. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Fatima, we can hear you, Fatima.
Okay, thank you so much, Prof. You've done a whole lot.
Yes, I can hear you, Fatima.
Okay, we are grateful, Prof. Thank you for your time. We appreciate how you have extensively went into depth knowledge of entrepreneurship, and we appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much. And for all of our participants, we want to say thank you one more time. For those of us that have stayed throughout this section from 5 p.m. till now, thank you so much. I'm very sure you've gotten much value for this training section, and we hope to see you in the advanced level by God's grace. We want to appreciate you. If you have more question for Prof, you can actually send it to the facilitating group, and all your questions will be answered on that platform. Without further ado, I think we have come to the end of today's section. We want to say thank you one more time. And for all of our speakers, from our facilitator who spoke about HR, who spoke about international artificial intelligence and diplomatic ethics, we want to say thank you for joining us today, and we appreciate all of your time. God bless you all, and do have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And for every participant, thank you so much, and have a blessed weekend.
Thank you, Prof. Good night.
Thank you, Professor. Goodbye. Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation. I do really appreciate it, and you have opened
Thank
my
you,
mind
Prof.
again about entrepreneurs. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed
very much. Good night.
Excellent. Good night.
Thank you, Prof.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, Prof. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you all. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
You can do it.
Right. Thank you. I joined the committee.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Huh? Okay.
I think we are finished. What again?
Yes, we are finished. We can all shut down the platform now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. We appreciate it.